Anglers Extra.
And we're back on the Anglers Extra pregame show. It's time, as always, for the Manager's Show with John Schiffner, sponsored by the Chatham Bakery. Schiff, how are you doing?
Doing great. You know, just wish we could get a couple wins here, but everything else is fabulous. How can you not be? The weather's fantastic. Great group of kids. We had a nice function today at the Longshore. They did a great job. People want to go to Longshore. Great food, great people. So, yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you.
I agree. I'm pretty good, and that was fun. I had fun at the Longshore, too. The food was good.
Right? Okay, Chelsea's good.
Chelsea's the cameraman. She's doing all that stuff behind the scenes for us. We were actually just talking about this, Schiff. One more day as an employed person for you. Well, tomorrow's your last day as a teacher after 36 years. Has it finally started to set in?
It has not, but it's starting to. Like I just telling you before we came on, I don't know, I just went out in the outfield, sat in the visitors' bullpen watching the guys do early batting practice, and all of a sudden I started drifting to like, wow, tomorrow it's over. So I guess it's starting, and I don't know, is it? I asked some people, what's going to be the day that I'm going to feel it? Is it tomorrow? Is it going to be when my colleagues go back and I'm not going back, or is it when I get that first pension check? I don't know, but or something else. But it'll hit me at some point. I'm going to guess it's really going to hit me when everything calms down, when this season's over and there's no rush to go back to Connecticut, where you try to fit a summer's worth of activities in about 10 days, because by the time we finish up, we go back to school, 23rd of August, usually for professional development and so forth. And I think that's when it'll hit me, when I'm not like, gee, I don't have to rush today. As a matter of fact, I don't have to do anything today, So it'll be interesting.
We'll see. We'll have to check in with you maybe at the beginning of the school year edition, the Manager's Show.
I can tell you'll probably either find me at Cranberry Valley or out on the ocean.
Well, we'll come and find you. Those both sound like fantastic places to do a Manager's Show. But the season is getting into full swing here, and it's starting to feel a little bit like summer. Nice day today, and Chatham is playing Orleans. What comes to mind when you think of Chatham and Orleans?
Well, it's great. It's a great rivalry. It's always been a great rivalry, and it's been a lot of fun. It's always nice and great to coach against Kelly. He's such a good guy, and we have great fun. We battle. I mean, there's no question that all gets thrown aside when the game starts. But and it just is Chatham Orleans. Neither team really knows about it right now, but they will figure it out soon, and that's kind of fun. But it's still it's a game you got to play them all. So we'll play it, and we'll play somebody else tomorrow. But there is a little something special about Orleans Chatham.
Yeah, it kind of leads me to my next question. You've been here for a while. Kelly's been here since 2005, and the people around
the puppy.
But the people around these towns, they've seen a lot of these games, but the players are new every year. So is there anything that you do to convey to them what Chatham and Orleans mean?
No, I really don't. You really can't, because it's more of a rivalry to the fans of both towns. These guys are just here to play ball, and it's not like they're, they don't feel the the USC UCLA rivalry or something like that. It's just another Cape League ball game. Oh, we're playing Orleans. It tends to happen later on, as there might be some kind of rivalry, because the host families will tell them, we're Chatham High School and Northside High, we're rivals, and yada yada yada. So it might start to come out at one point, but sometimes it never does, because it's just another game. But the towns really like it, and that's what's great about it.
And do you think that the players start to see that as the season goes on?
Yeah, I think they do. I think they feel it from their host families, and other people will start to tell them about the rivalry, because the kids will come up to me, and they might come up to me in the next few minutes, go, hey, what, we got a rivalry here? What's going on? What's the story? And if they ask, you tell them. If they don't, you don't worry about it, because again, it truly is another game. It's you got to go out and play them all.
Tonight you have Andrew Chin going for you. He's been great, hasn't given up a run in 8 innings. What specifically has he done well?
Moved the ball around the plate, hasn't gotten himself in a lot of trouble. We've played good defense behind him, so that's his game. He's basically a fastball changeup guy with a curveball that, if you're not looking for it, look out. Don't think he's going to put it away or something like that. His strikeout pitch is his changeup. He has an excellent changeup, but he sets it up with a good fastball that he can run up there 90, 92 miles an hour, and he'll throw that curveball to lefties a lot, and he'll just show it to them, and then he'll come back and get them. But he's a good pitcher. His arm has finally come around. He had some injuries early in his career, and I saw him throw this spring, and he's getting better and better.
got a very good changeup. That's what most people around him say is a plus pitch. How often do you see a really developed changeup in pitchers of this age?
Not that often. It's pretty special to be able to do that. More and more as baseball evolves, college baseball evolves to pro baseball, more and more young kids do develop that because, the old days you used to have 2 pitches. You couldn't get away with just 1, you needed 2. So what is that 2? So does a kid throw a slider? Does he have a good curveball? Or does he learn how to throw a changeup? And now, it used to be the old days you had to throw a curve. You had to throw a curveball, and then, maybe we'll teach him how to throw a slider. But since the changeup doesn't do as much damage to the arm as the curveball and the slider, a lot of young kids are given that second pitch early, and that is the changeup because it's basically just, you're taking off of your fastball. You're restricting the flight of the ball in the same motion that you're using your fastball because that's what it looks like a fastball coming in. So that's it's a pretty good thing, and I think a lot of people are doing that. And I always taught it at Plainfield High School to, try to get the change of speeds. We'll figure out the break and pitch later on. And I always use the example of, I don't know how many years ago, Pedro Martinez struck out like 17 Yankees one night. He did not throw a break and pitch. Fastball in, fastball away, changeup. And it was, I watched the game on television. It was one of the greatest pitching performances I ever saw, and he did not throw a breaking pitch. So, that's got to tell you something. If you're just throwing 2 pitches and that was one of the old good Yankee teams. The Scott Brociouses and all, that was a good team, and he just stood them on their ear, and it was fastball changeup. It was impressive. So you kind of convey that to the kids that you can get away with it because he's moving his fastball both sides of the plate. He throw 2-seam, 4-seam, and the changeup. There you go.
Anyone who he reminds you of having a fastball and a changeup that he can use so well?
Oh, off the top of my head, not really. But, if you give me a little more time of that, I can think of the name. But they caught me off guard there. But he's pretty good. He's really fun to watch, and he knows how to pitch.
All right. Thanks a lot, Schiff.
Thank you, Brandon.